Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So finally we have our guest, the therapist, Dr. Blax. So before you even go on, why don't you tell us a bit about what it is you do exactly?
My name is Dr. Blax.
Mm-hmm.
I am a psychologist. Therefore, I teach psychology.
Okay.
And I'm a family therapist.
Family therapist.
Yes.
What do family therapists do?
They use the knowledge of psychology
Okay.
to advise people on enhancement of their relationships.
So the family therapist is where the relationship therapist comes in too.
Exactly.
So he's a relationship therapist, and I posted on my Instagram asking my audience, asking you guys to send in your relationship questions that you would like professional advice on, and you did. So thank you so much for doing that. So we have the good doctor, Dr. Blax, here with us, who's gonna be helping me answer your questions because I can be very biased.
Is it? Okay.
So it's good to have a professional. So let's just get straight into it. We have a few questions.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the easy ones. Do all these rules about dating as women work, or is it just a setup?
Do all these rules as women concerning dating work? Is that the question?
Do all these rules about dating as women work, or is it just a setup?
What rules are we talking about?
I think it's because nowadays everywhere you turn, it's how to date as a woman. You know, how to act as a woman to be in a relationship. Do this, don't do this. Dress like this, don't dress like this. Like all these quote unquote advice are targeted to women, and you never find any of how to be a good boyfriend. You just find a lot of how to be a good girlfriend, a good wife. It's never a good, boyfriend or husband and all that. So do all these rules really work, or it was just designed to set us up as women?
That's a very good question. A relationship is made up of two people. It is these two people come together to form a culture of their own.
Okay.
There is the societal expectation on how a woman in a relationship should behave,
Okay.
but the societal expectation does not enhance a relationship. It is your partner's expectation, if met, that enhances your relationship. So let's say that when we look at the Western setting, a man who loves biking will find a woman who loves biking, and they'll bike together, get married, start a family. A man who loves clubbing will find a lady that loves clubbing, and the two of them will move in and start a family.
Yes.
But now, hilariously, in our setting, a man who loves clubbing will start looking for a woman who doesn't like
love clubbing, and that's where the problem comes in.
Yeah, the relationship becomes very tricky because these are two people who have been socialized differently, and now they're coming together, each looking at the other in the ideal perception. So the expectations they place of their partners is very high. Once you set your expectations high, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Right?
I always say, don't have expectations, have standards.
Like they say,
It will save you a lot. So I don't feel like it answers the questions though. But then I think, okay, yeah, if you just take the relationship as a two people thing and not involve outside noises, outside crowds, you can define for yourself what works and what doesn't work. So for that, I don't really, don't take up everything you hear on the internet.
not everything.
Not
I
everything.
can take some
You
things.
can take some things, but not everything, because some of them are way too extreme, and some of them kind of make sense if you actually listen or understand what they mean. Why, oh why would a man show you that he likes you, shows and gives you the world, and all of a sudden shifts? Now I'm stuck here wondering, Wani, what did I do? What happened? The minute this man said, this man sniffs that you're moving on and you're doing well, he comes back better than before and F's shit up again. Now some people say he's just playing you. Others say maybe he isn't ready but wants you, so he's keeping you until he's ready. What on earth is happening in the House of Commons? I quite literally get so annoyed. It's not even funny. It's been 4 years, my friend, 4 good long years, and I'm still in this spell. Jesha? I don't know if it's a question, even rather a series of questions given in a scenario. Help.
So, the man pursues, gives her what makes him look attractive to her.
Yes.
Okay. Then he disappears and reappears
as a better version.
The better version when there's competition.
Yes, I wanted to say that.
You know, there's this common thing that ladies say that all men are dogs.
Mm-hmm. Men will embarrass you. I am the CEO of that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Truly, all men are dogs.
Coming from a man himself.
I'll tell you something about my comparison of men and dogs. Number one, dogs are very loyal.
Why are you making it so positive? We like it to be negative.
I'm a village boy. Our village dogs, no matter how many homes they eat, they'll still come back.
I don't like where this is going.
And a dog can only have one owner at a time.
Okay.
So men are very visual. Once a man sees something he wants and he desires, he pursues.
That's point right there.
Now, the tragedy of life is that we live in a world of shows. We are all on a set. There's a way we have to sit, there's a way we have to dress, and there's a way we have to walk around, even eat. Now, a man has pursued what he thought was of value.
Okay.
When he gets it, he realizes it wasn't exactly what he was pursuing. Definitely, he will walk out and pursue it elsewhere.
And you guys wonder why we don't want anything to do with men again.
Then, when he sees another man pursuing him, the illusion of the presence of whatever he was pursuing is enhanced by competition.
I like that word, the illusion of whatever he was pursuing. Okay, on that one too, what happened on that part? Okay, where you're like, what happened? Nothing happened. Like you said, he saw something, he desired it, he pursued it, and he got what he wanted.
No, you putting words in.
No, yes, you said he pursued it. I think nothing happened or nothing she did could have changed the outcome. Yes. No, hear me out. Hear me out.
Being a feminist now.
I am not.
Ain't you?
I am not.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, sometimes men, this is something a lot of women have experienced. Men will pursue you looking for something. It can be different things. It doesn't have to be big. It can be small. It can be, okay, whatever you define small or whatever you define as big.
Yeah.
As soon as they get it, it's like, now what? I have gotten it, so now what? What's next? And then they're going to leave until they see someone giving you attention or trying to pursue you in another way. And then they're gonna be like, so she's also like this and like this. Let me go back. And when you take them back for the first time, it's going to give them this idea that I can disappear and reappear whenever I please, because they will be there to take me back.
So I'm not speaking for all men. So there is there is a perception that this is what men want. So women try to fit in that perception. Okay? And when a man pursues, he's pursuing the ideal that he has set. So I'm speaking in the ideal scenario where this man has all the positive intentions.
Okay.
I'm not speaking about somebody who is pursuing you for a short-term course. I'm speaking about a person who's pursuing you for a long-term course. Like, I've seen this woman, she's the image of the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Now, at that point, I'm not pursuing you because I'm 50-50 about it. My resolve is to get you, know you, and have you for the rest of my life, you know? But when I get to you and find that the standards were fed, okay? But I don't get exactly what I was pursuing, I'll take a backseat.
Okay.
And once I take a backseat, I will keep hoping that you will actually bring forth what I was seeing when pursuing you.
Okay, that's interesting.
So when you don't, that thing will start coming out when somebody else is giving you attention. Because naturally, you've taught yourself to exude your colorful side when you're being pursued. So when somebody else is pursuing you, that is when that colorful side comes up. And I'll be like, I was wrong. This is actually what I was pursuing. Then I come back. Then the cycle continues.
So there are two ways to this one.
Yeah. First, she needs to check that she will live a real life. Because if you show one side of things and it changes when you compare it with someone, then definitely this cycle will continue. Even if you move to this other person and forget the one that keeps coming back, this other person will also meet the reality. And they'll be like, this is not what I was pursuing. Okay?
Okay.
And you cannot change the other person.
True.
In any relationship, you can only work on yourself.
True. Yeah. So can we go back a bit to fake standards? Can you give like an example of what a fake standard looks like?
I'll have read. So when I bump into a chick in the library, the first impression I have is that she loves reading.
True.
In this era of today, you can download any book you want from the internet. When I bump into you in the library, it means you are an avid reader that has chosen to go the hard copy way, and you know exactly where to get that information. And if it's a paid library, I know that I'm dealing with somebody who reads. Okay.
Okay, true.
And because we meet and click, if you're not an avid reader, I become a reason for you coming to the library. Okay. So each time I come to the library, I'll see you because you want me to see you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So eventually, when you know that you have me and you have other options of seeing each other, you can come to my house and I can come to your house. In the library, ceases to be a meeting point.
Okay, yeah.
Books become a subtle part of our discussions, and we start discussing other things more. We start discussing Netflix,
Okay.
Showmax and stuff, and we're no longer discussing the philosophies of this world. When you get to that kind of discussion, I'm not saying we should talk about it always. Then at that point, there's a part of me that will come to a loss because I don't have someone to have an intellectual discussion with, because you are putting up a show.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Now, and this is because we have trivialized our relationships into what can be seen. Like you see a guy that people idolize, tall, dark, and handsome.
Why do you say you people? I feel offended.
Because I'm short.
Preferences.
Yeah. So you customize your life to fit the interests of the person that you are attracted to.
So you're basically stealing from yourself.
That's the word. stealing from yourself. You're changing who you are to please somebody else, and it happens so naturally sometimes.
Yeah.
So when eventually reality hits, because once you are in that relationship, you will stop behaving like someone who's being pursued, and you start behaving like somebody who has already been gutted.
You get settled, and that's when you get uncovered.
Yeah.
That's when okay, that's a very good.
So that's why they say that 90% of women get into relationships hoping they will change the man.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
But eventually, they realize that they can't change the man.
And then they get mad.
Now they have to change the man.
If you can't change the man, change
Change
the
the
man. My new mantra of the month. So moving on to the next question. Going through bad relationships leaves some damages and dents that people do not often acknowledge or give themselves time to heal from. So how does one help their partner move past their previous relationship trauma? Before you even say anything, okay, this is a personal point of view. I don't think you have any business looking for a relationship if you know you still haven't healed from your last. But that's like a personal thing. Personally, I need time. I realized that I need time for a lot of things. If I was in a relationship with someone and we break up, I'm gonna need time to accept that we've broken up, and then I'm gonna need additional time to actually move on, like, you know, to feel the feels and heal, if you may, and move on. So after a breakup, I will not be looking for another relationship, or yes, for another relationship, because I feel like it will be more of trying to escape my feelings rather than facing them head on. Because if I have someone giving me the attention I was getting in my last relationship, I want to have time to sit with myself and be like, okay, it hurts. Why does it hurt? How can I get past this hurt? So I personally do not advocate for hurt people to move into other relationships, because you're gonna carry all that baggage and bring it to your new partner, and it's not fair for them, neither is it fair for you. That's my point of view. I didn't want to forget. So now you can speak.
Basically, every relationship at the breaking point leaves us with scars, wounds that eventually become scars, and those wounds really hurt. At one point, you jail with someone and you're thinking that you're going to spend the rest of your life with them, and then they leave, or you have to walk away from them. It leaves a lot of wounds in your heart. And it's human to feel that.
It is.
Now, everyone needs time to build that relationship in perspective. What I would say, audit the relationship. You need to be able to be proud of the positive things you did in the relationship.
True.
You need to draw lessons from all the happenings, the good side of that relationship and the bad side of that relationship. This whole idea that you look for a reason to hate that person leaves you with more wounds.
That is very true.
So that person was very attractive to you. There is no way on earth you'll find a reason to hate them without hating yourself for love.
For loving them. True.
And they say, let it hurt till it stops.
Yes.
When you can laugh about the positive times in your relationship, then you're good.
Yeah.
That notwithstanding, if you look at your skin and you see where there is a scar, the skin on the scar is usually very light.
Yeah.
You cannot totally get over what happened in a relationship. It gives you the illusion of red flags.
Yeah.
So if this person was not picking their calls when they are cheating, when this new person is not picking,
You're gonna have ideas.
get ideas, because the innocence of somebody being just busy has already been lifted. Now, when a relationship starts, you need to communicate your scars. Like, let your partner know what triggers your insecurity and your fear. And you, as the partner that is receiving the information, you should try as much as possible to cover places where there's scars. If the former partner will drink and get violent, okay, then you have to reduce on your drinking. Because anytime you're drunk, they already have a fear, they've already raised a wall, they're already on defense mode, because that is what happened in the past. Regardless of whether they have moved on
or not. Yes. How does one navigate an age gap relationship as a person who has never been in one before? You people think I have answers to everything.
Age gap relationship.
What exactly is an age gap to start with?
My view, age gap dating is basically people from two different generations being in a relationship.
So that's 10 plus.
10 plus. And people get into relationships for different reasons. But the bottom line and the ideal reason for people getting into relationships is companionship. When you get into an age gap relationship, you need to understand that your views and the views of your partner are totally different.
Rich.
And it is because generations have different experiences. These differences can be a building stone for your relationship, but it can also be a stumbling block for the same relationship, depending on the view. If your attitude towards the views of the other person, whether you are the older partner or the younger partner, if you trivialize their view, then you trivialize how they feel. And when you deal with people, you're dealing with emotions. Once emotions have been hurt, then the relationship is at stake.
Finally, our emotions are being valid.
So, the most normal age gap relationships are older and younger, more acceptable. And the women in this kind of relationships can tend to feel they're not being heard. The men in that kind of relationship may tend to feel or trivialize the ideas of the women. Or in reverse, they may tend to over-pamper their partners to a level that they stagnate their growth. So, like in every relationship, communication has to be key. Like, you have to be able to speak your mind without the fear of being judged.
That's very hard.
And once you open that communication space, whatever kind of relationship you're having, it will definitely be an easy sale.
Okay.
I keep saying that there's no relationship without gossip.
True.
If your partner is your best gossip, it means you can literally talk about anyone and anything.
Pillow talk. Don't trust your friends in relationships. They talk about you.
They do. They even talk about their own parents.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey guys, we're back. We've changed locations because the sun was really burning us. So I really hope you can see us and it's still visible. So we're gonna move on to the next question. Up next we have, while in a relationship, is one allowed to flirt with others, like either the lady or the dude?
Relationships are three C's: commitment, communication, and consistency.
Okay.
The consistency is the consistency of purpose. Once you decide that you are in a relationship, it means you have exercised the two. That that is have communicated your desire to be with the other person, or you have accepted the communication from the other person, their desire to be with you. So you have had a communication, and you have committed. For you to define it as a relationship, you have committed to be with this person to achieve this, kind of feeling or goal that you have. Now, the consistency of purpose is, can you stand by the words that you gave when you started the relationship? Now, a relationship also has stages. There's the relationship, there's an engagement, and there's marriage.
Okay.
So, from the word go, once you commit, your values are tested. Because if you're dating someone, it means you're trying to get them for a goal of getting married to them. So you want to know what is their view of the world, how do they handle things, and where are they going, and are you willing to go with them? So it is not right that while you are in a relationship and you have committed to be with someone, for you to try validating other people's feelings when they are out of that relationship.
The only person's relationship you should be validating is your partner's. Period.
If you feel you are attracted to another person, then the honorable thing to do is talk to your partner about it.
Okay.
So that in the view that you both agree that the prospects of the other person are better than the prospects you have here, then it will be honorable for you to let this person seek another person and you go ahead and pursue your dream. The idea of flirting with other people will not only affect this person's relationship with you, it affects the long term.
True.
Because you make them feel lesser of who they really are.
So they're gonna have these questions.
Yeah.
What did I lack? Was it a me problem? What could I have done better? So in other words, don't do it. Don't do it. And this, it wasn't asked, but I think this goes back to what exactly is cheating. I got that question once a while back. So I usually do these segments on my Instagram where I pick a topic, we'll discuss it, I'll share your views, and we'll walk around it. So this one time again, we were talking about relationships, and someone asked, what exactly is cheating? Because everyone has a different view on what cheating is. So I think like this is one of those conversations you need to have with your partner. Maybe to me, cheating is you texting someone else and then deleting the messages so I don't come across them. For others, maybe it might you being emotionally available for someone else and you're not emotionally available for me. That's cheating for others. For others, it's more of a physical thing. That's cheating. And so I think it's very important, I think, to understand what your partner defines as cheating. Because you might think like texting the opposite gender is okay, but then they take it as, no, you cheated on me. And so it creates something really big that you didn't even prepare for.
So I think your view is right. You need to understand what your partner perceives as cheating. And like I don't know if we discussed it with another question aside. When two people come together, they form a culture of their own. In your culture, what is cheating?
Yes.
But if you find yourself doing anything that you don't want your partner to find out that you did, you're cheating.
You're cheating. You yourself, you will know. Because why don't you want your partner to find out about it? Because you know they are gonna react in a way.
So you keep them in the dark.
Yeah.
So therefore you're cheating.
It is hard. Can a long distance relationship work? And if yes, how do people go about it?
Can a long distance relationship work?
Yes.
And if yes, how do people go about it? A long distance relationship can work. Just like a short distance relationship can work. A relationship is comprised of C's. Commitment, communication.
Commitment, communication, and
Consistency.
Yeah.
For two people to be in a successful relationship, then these three aspects must be there. Whether it's long distance or short distance. Now, in a long distance relationship, there has to be more communication and more consistency, which fills up for the physical absence.
Okay. Since we're on that topic, how would you define communication? Because I think people take communication very differently. One person might take it as talking every day, the other person might take it as, you know, checking in once in a while. So what exactly is communication? Is there like a set formula for it, or is it something you have to define for yourself?
Every couple is unique, just like every individual is unique.
Okay.
And for two people to be in a relationship, they must understand what we call the love language
The
of
other
the
person.
other person.
Okay.
Now, your love language determines the kind of communication that you need and that you can offer. So once I understand that my partner needs me to text every day, if I am capable of texting every day, I should do that. But if I'm not, I need to communicate to my partner that I know, I understand that you have a need of receiving texts from me every day.
Okay.
But the nature of my work or the nature of my life cannot allow me to text you every day. Maybe because I am a long distance truck driver, I cannot be texting, but I can be on call for hours, provided I have my earphones or my headset on. Communication is not about the frequency of speaking, but it's the quality of communication when speaking.
It's all about the frequency. Nice. Okay.
Because somebody can be sending you memes daily. They send memes and they send memes and memes. That is communication.
I am all about, send me all the memes you can actually. I am a meme girl.
Actually, but I'm making you laugh by something that's been created by another person.
Yeah.
But that is not quality. It doesn't show me, it doesn't usher you into my world, it doesn't usher you into mine, you know, it doesn't add value to the relationship.
So basically, there's no interpersonal elements in that said meme.
Yeah.
So communication is basically being personal,
I'm very
intentional about being personal. Okay. Yeah, I've had the 3 C's. Commitment, consistency, and communication. If you have those, your relationship is meant to succeed. Do you have those? Now I want to know. Now I want to get.
Yeah.
So apparently, I'm a year older than my guy, but tumependana sana. Then it happened that I finished school before him. He is to finish in a month's time. Alafu sasa, here is the interesting part. This guy amezoea kuniomba pesa. Like all the time, tukiwa shule, tulikuwa shule same. He used to ask me to buy him lunch. Okay? Tukienda date, mimi ninalipa, nikienda shopping, alafu I tell him I'm at his place. Atakam that he will do shopping, na kwa counter, atawacha mimi nilipe. So she basically pays for all of them. It used to hurt me, but I was like, nitamaliza shule, stress iniondoke. So nimemaliza shule, this guy just pops in at my house kama wazazi hawako, and he just stays. Alafu hata habai kitu. Yani I do everything. It hurts, but I love this. It hurts, but I love this guy so much. Sasa sijui nitapewa advice gani. It's like I'm the man in the relationship. Wow.
I'll think to that.
There's a lot going on there. A lot.
Okay. Before you fall in love with a person, you need to understand how they were raised.
Okay.
Were they raised with love, or they were raised on survival? Okay.
I would have just said leave the guy, but okay.
Yeah. Now, the gentleman is in need, and not need for love, but need for provision.
Yes. Yep.
And from the word go, this lady provided that which he loved.
So it kind of got installed into his mind that she was gonna provide.
That is what he finds very attractive about this girl. And for the lady to say that she's in love with this guy, there's something that he's bringing on the table that has not been communicated. So we can't write off the gentleman just because he doesn't pay the bills.
You see, this is why we needed him here, because I would have just told you, honey, leave that man.
Now, unless we are sure of what he's bringing on the table, then what she also needs to now to do, because she's already carried the burden so far, is to provide guidance to him.
Okay.
He needs an income.
True.
He needs to know how to go about getting an income.
True.
Now the lady has a choice to be patient enough to mold him into a person that can create his own income.
Well.
Or to feed him with a long spoon. Like watch him from a distance. Teach him from a distance. And find herself a person that meets the threshold she's placed for herself.
Okay.
Because when she's saying, what should I do about this person? It means that person is not meeting the threshold she's placed. Now we will say in a relationship there must be 3 C's.
Yes.
Has she communicated?
How she felt. That was actually what I wanted to say. Does the guy know that she feels like this?
And if he knows, does he take it positively? If he doesn't take it positively, baby girl, walk up.
Walk away, you're still young, you're so pretty, I saw your pictures.
If he takes it positively, then they can come together as a couple and decide. You know you don't have an income and I need you to man up your responsibilities. Take care of yourself. I hope the girl is not looking for someone to take care of her.
Okay.
Yeah. First, the guy has to take care of himself and his business. Okay. Now, giving is a matter of the heart.
Okay, true.
Naturally, men are very generous.
Yeah, men are providers. We have come to the end of this video. Longer than I anticipated, but very much needed. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm gonna have all his information down in the description in case you want a one-on-one maybe. Matters, relationship and families. Okay. Yes. Just making sure I got it. So thank you so much for sending in your questions, and as your big sister, it was a pleasure trying to answer them with you and trying not to be biased. I tried, yeah.
Sure you did. You did. You tried.
I tried, yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time with Debbie. Let me know if you would like something similar but on a different topic. So thank you for watching. Bye.